A big maker and marketer of television technology here in Australia is LG. They are the kings of the OLED TV, bringing that out many years ago, and with it, giving people deep blacks, vivid color, and very, very bright picture quality. But for 2021, they've got a whole bunch of stuff they're doing. They've got a new format of TV, they've got a new version of their operating system, they've got a couple of gems that they're bringing to the market as well, which I think are going to be of interest to lots and lots of people across Australia. Today we're talking with Tony Brown. He is the Home Entertainment Marketing Manager for LG here in Australia. How are you, Tony?
I'm very well, thanks, Charlie.
Good to have a chat to you. CES, we'd usually be in Vegas. We're not. That's okay. We'll get back there next year. I wanted to talk to you first up about your TV lineup, because one of the things that you have been doing over the last few years, in particular with OLED, with your other formats as well, is pushing the size boundaries of television. Walk into a Harvey Norman store, one of our sponsors, you would see very large OLED televisions. Sadly, most I couldn't afford, but you have been getting bigger and bigger there. So can you talk to me about the sizing of televisions from LG this year as we begin our discussion?
Yeah, absolutely. Charlie, we see that Australian consumers are buying bigger and bigger TVs. We just love our big TVs in this country. And LG is going to offer a wide range of those in 2021. So we've got a couple of different types of TVs. As you alluded, we have OLED, and we are the world leader in OLED TVs. And we're going up to 83 inches this year in 2021 for an OLED TV. But we've also got some great other models. Our UHD and NanoCell and our new mini LED range is going to be available this year in 86-inch TVs. So that's almost 90 inches of TV in your lounge room.
It's absolutely massive. Tell me about the affordability, because you do have a range. You've been working very hard to bring OLED into lower price points to make it more accessible to the market for people who choose to have that format. But you do have other formats of television. So tell me a little bit about the pricing that you're going to be bringing this year in OLED, but also with LED for some of those bigger sizes. What are you thinking?
Yeah, look, as you say, we have been pioneering the success of that OLED TV technology in Australia. And the more we sell, the more affordable it becomes as we use mass efficiencies to bring down our pricing. So this year, we're expecting to see our big OLED screens around about the 83-inch, somewhere similar to the 10K, maybe over the 10K mark for Australian consumers. Now, that's the top end of our technology. That's the very best of best tech at the very biggest in sizes, just over the 10K price barrier. But we also will be offering our UHD and some of our NanoCell TVs. UHD probably just north of 3,500. You can buy a 2020 model at the moment in the market for just around 3,500. So the new stuff will be a little bit more expensive, but from about 3,500 to just over 10,000, you'll be able to choose whatever TV suits you in a really large screen format.
What's your schedule like in terms of releases? Q1, Q2, Q3. You have had years where very quickly after CES, you've brought TVs in the market, and you've had other years where it's been April or May or even June that we've seen some models drop. I mean, where is the thinking this year in terms of when the 2021 roadmap will begin to land?
Charlie, we're targeting April is the basic month that we'll be bringing in most of our 2021 range. So April this year, just around the Easter period, we're going to see our brand new technology of mini LED just after April, sort of June-ish, maybe even July into the Australian market. But the majority of our new range will be available in Australian retailers like Harvey Norman in April.
The This year you do have a new format of TV. You've alluded to it already. Tell us about what you're doing and why this is going to be a format of interest and where it's going to sit in your lineup as well, just as importantly.
Yeah, no, that's a very good question, Charlie. Basically, this year we have a brand new TV technology that we're bringing to the world and the Australian market, as I alluded to around the beginning of the first half. It's called, just for a mouthful, QNED Mini LED. Mm-hmm. So the technology itself is a mini LED TV, and what that means is pretty clear from its name. We're getting the LEDs in the back of most TVs you have out there in the market at the moment, and we're shrinking them down and making them tiny or mini, as the name would suggest. And what that means is we can get a lot more in behind the screen, and the LED is the lights that shine through your LCD LED TV at the moment. And it gives you the blacks, it gives you the contrast, so you can see night skies, you can see detail in the TV. And it's as simple as this: the more that you have, the better your contrast and perception of the picture quality is. The other side to the mini LED QNED is, in the QNED name, we're bringing in probably the two best color improving technologies in the market at the moment, nanocell and quantum dot, and we're putting them at the front of the TV. So they will make the QNED Mini LED TV brilliantly colorful and bright and superb to look at, and the mini LEDs will make it great in blacks and showing the contrast. So it's really a combined effort from those technologies to make the best possible LED TV available.
How does it all sit? I mean, I'll go into a Harvey Norman store, for example. You'll have LG TVs everywhere. How will you determine the suggestion to the customer for the TV that would be right for them? Because now you've got another format. It does add complexity to the buying process for the customer, but you've got, you've been very successful with OLED, so I would imagine you're probably going to still have that sitting at the premium end, and then you're going to have some other formats at different points below that. Where, though, is it all sitting?
Yeah, Charlie, that's a very good question. For consumers out there in the marketplace, we've said for our TV range in the past, we've said we have a good product, our UHD, we have a better product, our nanocell, and we have our best product, which is the OLED, as you referred to. We still believe our OLED technology is the best TV tech in the market. And that reason is very simple. Every pixel on an OLED screen is self-emissive, and that means it lights up all by itself and turns off all by itself. So the mini LED product that I told you about is definitely an improvement over most of the LED products on the market now, because it adds in around about 30,000 backlights behind our 86-inch model to come close to OLED in terms of the control that you get. But an OLED screen in 4K has over 8 million pixels. So although 30,000 is good, 8 million is better for OLED. So where we see the whole range being offered is still that good for UHD, better for nanocell, and I suppose we're adding in one better again with the mini LED QNED, and still our best product will be marketed as an OLED. And the pricing is being discussed at the moment with Australian retailers to launch in April, but we're going to give consumers as much choice as we possibly can and show you all the pros, or show your viewers all the pros and cons, and let them make the choice of what's right for them.
We always talk about screen quality and sizes and things like that, but one of the things that I've noticed coming in this year, I've been asking for it for a number of years, because as you know, we broadcast a radio show. We have lots of people tuning in who are 50 years plus, and they want the ability to have personalization in the audio consumption of the TV experience. You have more people today who have got, who are hard of hearing impaired, but then other people in the room have got hearing that's totally fine. You guys have got a solution now that is going to help those kinds of customers, correct?
Yeah, that's correct, Charlie. We've also been developing the sound technology, I suppose, as well as the screen quality of our TVs in the past couple of years. And there's an interesting new feature that's coming to our 2021 TVs around our new operating system and our remote control. But what that feature is it enables users to pair their phone and up to 3 smartphones in total with the television in their room. So you can have up to 3 phones connected to the television. And then those phones, if you've got them connected to your own Bluetooth headset or earbuds or headphones, then they will automatically connect your headphones that are connected to your phone to your TV.
So to explain how it works, I'll have my phone and up to 3 of these.
Yep.
I'll connect each one,
Yep.
up to 3 of them to the TV, and then from the phone, I will Bluetooth to a headset, and then I can listen to the TV via this is sort of becomes the conduit, but I use the volume on this to personally adjust the audio on the headset, and that way, if I'm hearing impaired but other people are not, off we go.
Yep, absolutely. The TVs connect to the phones with the Wi-Fi, and then the phones connect to your headphones or earpod devices via Bluetooth.
Okay, well, I won't dive too much further into that one. We'll probably wait until we have a go at the TVs and we can try out how that works. WebOS 6, it's been quite a successful platform for you guys. What's coming in the new update? Who can get it as well?
Yeah, that's right, Charlie. WebOS is what we call the operating system for our TV, or what you use when you change the channel, use the remote. The operating system comes up on the screen. Lots of people have told us how fantastic the older versions are, but we've gone with a big improvement on the 2021 models. And the good news, first of all, I can tell you is that at LG, we're very fair. We apply that operating system and all of the smart technology from our lowest entry point TV to our most expensive 86-inch mini LED or 83-inch OLED. So whatever TV you buy from us, you'll get all the bells and whistles for the operating system. And the change with this operating system in 2021 is that it's going to look much more like a smartphone in terms of the apps. So what I mean by that is when you press the button that opens the home screen on your TV, the whole screen will come up with a whole lot of options. You'll still see what you've been watching in the top left corner, but you'll also see a row of all the applications like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple, Disney, whatever you've got on your TV, it will come up there in apps. And the TV will actually be understanding what you prefer. So if you love watching comedies, Charlie, it will start recommending across different channels comedy shows coming up, whether that be on app or free-to-air TV.
Very clever. Just to be clear, if I got a 2020 model, can I get WebOS 6, or does it not sort of backwardly compatible like that?
At the moment, the answer is no. It will be exclusively for the 2021 new range coming in. What LG, though, is quite good at is updating new apps. So if you've got a 2020 TV and a new app comes out in the marketplace this year, we have done a good job in the past of Apple, Disney, other apps like that, bringing them to your old TVs. So we do try and make sure consumers have the latest and greatest content options, even if they don't have the latest operating system. It's difficult for us because each year the processors get more powerful, and it enables us to do better and more things. It's hard, and we're not confident in the quality of bringing it to some of our older models because they're set up for older processors.
Nothing is worse than a laggy TV while you're watching a movie or your favourite game, Tony. Well, in fact, I'm sure that some things are, but not in terms of the TV experience. Let's just very quickly, before we finish the discussion today, talk about gaming. You offered extra benefits for gaming in 2020, but you're actually allowing those extra benefits this year, but with greater personalisation. Explain that to us.
Yeah, that's right, Charlie. LG has had a significant step forward in our TV features available for games, particularly in 2020, as I've said to you previously. In 2021, the good news is we're taking that to an even higher level. We're bringing in what we call the game optimizer, and effectively it's like a control center for how you want to game on your TV. Now, there's a range of options. The number one option is just set it and forget it. And for someone like me who's kind of like a casual gamer every now and again, that'll be the option that I choose. I'll just say, Game Optimizer, you go through and adjust all the settings like variable refresh rate, auto low latency, G-Sync, FreeSync. You work out what's best to make my experience great. On the other hand, someone like you who's probably an avid professional gamer, you might like to go in and adjust things yourself. So we'll give you that freedom to be able to turn settings on, adjust the blue light levels, adjust the AI sound. It's designed to cater for both ends of the market, those who want it optimized for them and those who want to go in detail and optimize at an individual level. Does that make sense?
It completely does, because at the end of the day, I guess you're just saying, look, if you're playing shooters versus racing, you can just go that next step further and you can add that extra level of optimization, personalization, if you choose to. Sounds like it's going to be a good 2021. We look forward to hearing more announcements as we get closer to the release. Tony, thanks for your time today. Looking forward to seeing more from you throughout the course of the year.
You're welcome, Charlie. Thank you very much for your time.